This totally looks like me, right? Today's video, we're going to talk about the One Punch Man collab units. What to do is free to play, and my opinion on what monsters are the best for the collab. If you like all my videos and like my content, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy dingy thing so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. Tip of the day. It's more of a personal tip. Giggity. Just got back from my trip in San Antonio. In the last 2 weeks, I have had an eye flare-up. This is due to my autoimmune disease from a bug that I got bit from 13 years ago. I get this twice a year. My eye gets blurry, super red, super swollen, and today I got a needle in my eye. It sucked. So if you can tell, this eye right here, it's super dilated and I'm gonna be a vampire for a week. The more you know. Second tip of the day. This is for Calm to Us. The exchange center is still broken. Please fix. Also, chat is still broken. I thought it was fixed, but we still cannot see world chat or guild chat in the bottom middle chat box. We have to click on it and look at it individually. Chat is very important in an MMORPG community. Please get this to fix, because all we can see is entered world chat 3 times. The more you know, the more you know. Alright, so over the course of this One Punch Man collab, we are getting specific collab summon tickets. The only way to get these monsters are from the elite summon banners. There's 2 natural 5-star units for the collab in each banner. You will be getting tickets as you just do your dailies and all the events. You'll also be getting skill ups for collaboration units only. These are equivalent to Devilmons. You'll get some scrolls from the guild raid event. You'll also get the 4-star monsters from the subjugation loot exchange. In order to start doing some of these events, you have to do this One Punch Man collab characters arrive in Chronicles event. It's an easy event with a cool cutscene. And you have yours truly, Saitama Barcode. You can also get more scrolls by doing the Path of the Elite event. You need these fame tickets to get each elite scroll from the event. You will have to do the Heroes of Castland Assemble event to get those fame tickets. And also more elite scrolls in the Defeat Carnage Kabuto event. Now, free to play does not get a lot of elite scrolls. I think we get around 50. Like I said, there's 2 natural 5-star units in each banner. What I'm personally going to do, I'm not going to focus on just one. I'm going to try to get at least one of each, which is probably going to be impossible. But because free to play is limited, I want to get 1 copy, and then when the event is done, we will be able to put them in Altar's Blessing. You cannot put them in Altar's Blessing right now, but once the event ends, it is confirmed that you will be able to put it in here. Good thing I've been saving some scrolls. Now we're going to look at these collab units. I'm going to tell you who I personally think is the best ones out of the 6 natural 5-star units. Let's first talk about the 4-star units that we're all going to get. We are getting the 4-star unit named King. King is a PvE support. Now if you don't have a Fire Ifrit or a Wind Hell Lady, this will be your Oblivion monster, because he's free. This is an AoE Oblivion, but it only works on creatures, which is why he's a PvE unit only. He does 0 damage. All he is a debuffer. If you can get away with a good team comp for PvE and use him, he will be your debuffer. Res down, crit damage taken up, Oblivion attack down, and accuracy up. We also get a free 4-star light tank Mummin Rider. Whatever a Mummin is, I don't know. Maybe he rides your mum. His main skill is an AoE provoke that gives himself invincibility. It's on a 3 mana cost, so if you need a taunt provoker, this is your man. He does revive when he dies with 100% HP. However, I still like Light Vagabond Darien better. Alright, I'm going to talk about these 5-star units from what I think is worst to best. And when I say worst, that doesn't mean they're bad. Just ranking them from Fire, Water, Wind. And since there's 6 natural 5-stars you can summon, I'm going from worst to best. It really does depend too if you're focused on PvP or PvE. In my opinion, all 6 of these units mainly focus on PvP, but you can use some of them in PvE. So it really depends on the state of the game of where you are at. Number 6 on the list, which is the least monster to focus on, is Terrible Tornado. She has an interesting skill set. Her single target is a low damage modifier, but it does restart the cooldown if it's a summoner, but it's only at a 30% rate. The skill does hit 4 times, so you have a good probability of getting it. The last hit is an AoE and can apply a defense down, so she's like a cleave unit almost, but the modifier just isn't there. Her second skill is an AoE that does decent damage and has a knockdown at a 62% rate. So she's mainly a PvP unit, and good in a very strong water meta. However, being a mage, she's just very squishy. She is immune to silence with her passive, and when she is below 50% health, she will automatically do AoE damage and can apply silence and knockdown. However, in a very strong immunity meta, the AoE silence and the knockdown is kind of negated. So very situational unit, can be good, but number 6 on the list. Number 5 on the list, Fire Genos. Again, really good skill set. A PvP unit that can be utilized for some PvE as well. I think Genos would highly benefit from being a Soul Link spamming his first skill. His first skill is a machine gun blow, which does 8 hits in an area of effect. Every hit has a 40% chance to take crit damage taken up. That's really good. Also, the damage increases when there's fewer enemies. Knockdown is good in PvP, and if you do get a knockdown, it'll use his second skill, which is Incineration Cannon. Gives himself a shield, does more damage the lower health he is. Also ignores damage mitigation effects, which shields, invincibility, whatever. Defense down, stun. And whenever he uses a skill, he has CC immunity and decreases damage taken by 50%. Very, very good unit. However, overall, 5th on the list. There's definitely going to be places you can take him in PvE, and in PvP he definitely can shine. Just really situational, again, like Terrible Tornado. But again, in a very strong immunity meta, all these debuffs and everything that he can do, stuns, knockdown, defense down, etc., I don't think should be a very good focus. Number 4 on the list is Water Garou. Garou is very, very interesting unit. He's like the counter to Oblivion. His damage is based on attack and his max HP, and he is a warrior, so you build him like a bruiser. He does more damage the lower the health he is, and most of his skills mainly rely on him being a Soul Link monster, which is why I have him ranked 4. Plus it's max HP damage, and we all know that sucks. However, with him doing more damage when he is lower health makes max HP decent, just for Garou. He also has damage drain, which is good. He also has a fear, which is rare and decent. In Soul Link, he gives mana back to the summoner. And both of his skills have extra abilities when he's awakened. That is what his passive human monster is all about. He has a greatest fear mechanic. He starts the battle at level 1, and whenever he takes damage, that level increases. His passive also gives him damage taken down 1% for per 1% of HP he has lost. So if he has 10% health left, he has damage taken down by 90%. So the lower health he has, he's going to be harder to kill, and he has life drain, so it's a really interesting mechanic. He's mainly a PvP unit, or a YOLO PvE is going to be very rare for a team comp like that, but he could do well there as well. Once he reaches level 10, he will remove all harmful effects, use Evil Deed one time, which gives him invincibility when he uses a skill, and immunity when he uses a skill. When he reaches that level 10, he becomes Awakened, which increases his damage dealt by 50%. He has CC immunity as well. The thing about Garou, though, is you can't block his passive, really. Once Oblivion is applied to him to block his passive, Greatest Fear does reset, but it will remove all harmful effects from him, and it automatically uses Evil Deed, which he becomes Awakened again, increases damage, CC immunity, gets invincibility, immunity, etc. Very strong PvP unit in my opinion. PvE-wise, probably very situational. Number 3 on the list is Water Silver Fang. Silver Fang is a very good PvP unit and probably can be used in PvE. He is an assassin with a lot of survivability. He has damage drain on his second skill, he has a shield on his first skill and removes all harmful effects. a level 5 attack speed buff, which is important because he is a basic attack monster. He has a level 1 attack down and has a knockdown. The main mechanic on Silver Fang is weak point attack. Weak point damage is a non-critical attack triggered based on the difference between the caster's precision, which is his precision, and the target's evasion. I don't know if Com2Us is trying to bring evasion back from the early game meta, but because no one uses really evasion unless it's like a very last substat that people want to try to get, and because precision is based off of basic attack, you want to build him with high attack speed. And every time he does a basic attack, he gets a level 1 master, which you stack up to level 6. Once he gets level 6, he will use Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist. Bam! It consumes all the master's level and attacks 5 times. A lot of damage as a basic attack, more damage drain, and applies a level 1 attack down. With all the damage drain, the attack down, and the fast basic attacks, and the shield he gets, and the harmful effects, he shines as a non-Soul Link monster because he's an assassin. He'll go after mages and archers, and he's really self-sustainable. Number 2 on my list is Atomic Samurai. Atomic Samurai is a very interesting unit. He's mainly a PvP unit, but can be used in PvE as well. Atomic Samurai is going to shine also in a very high attack speed, basic attack, kind of swift build. His skills are based off of attack and his max HP, so he's going to be this bruiser, fast attack speed kind of monster. In my opinion, all of his skills are just extra. An extra first skill of AoE damage with a stun, another AoE skill on his second with more AoE damage, level 1 bleed. But why I think he is a basic attack monster is because of his passive. He has a passive that increases his crit resistance by 100%. Every time his basic attack crits, it will apply a Master Swordsman to himself. He needs 100% crit rate because if he doesn't crit, then it lowers the Master Sword level. But the higher the Master Sword level is from his basic attack critting, he gets crit damage up buff, which stacks, defense penetration, which stacks, crit resistance down on the enemy, which stacks. Yo, he's kind of stacked. And this is why it's very important that he has 100% crit, because if he doesn't crit on his basic, his swordsmanship goes down 3 levels. When you crit with a basic attack, it has an 80% chance to go up 1. So the faster his basic attack speed, the more chances he's going to get that level Master Swordsman up. I think as a basic attack monster in PvP, it would work really well. But I think in PvP too, he's going to be pretty hard to kill if you have him on a bruiser's kind of set. And he will be doing a ton of damage with his basic attacks. And number 1 on my list of all these 6 units is Hellish Blizzard. Like I said, all these units are PvP based mainly. And being that and knowing the current meta as it is, as water and immunity and condom, Hellish Blizzard is, in my opinion, the best monster to go for. What makes Hellish Blizzard so great is that any skill she uses, it removes immunity. Also, if her health is below 50%, she does get a spell shield 1 skill hit. She can mitigate and nullify, it does 0 damage. But the good thing about her passive is both skills are AoE, it hits multiple enemies, and each skill will remove immunity. The first skill applies a silence to the highest attack monster, and her second skill does damage dealt up and applies a stun. In North America, you can even put Despair on her since you're stripping immunity non-stop on each skill, and then you'll have a chance to even stun some more. So in my opinion, this is probably the best unit to go for in the current meta, and it's mainly for PvP. And I put her first over the units that you can use both for PvP and PvE, is because, like I say, all natural 5-star units, you should be focusing on PvP. Because for PvE, you can do everything in the game with 4-star units. And that's it for today's video. Alright, I need to go rest my eye. Let me know what you think about these collab units. If you agree, disagree with my tier list, whatever. I'm always cool with constructive criticism. If you end up liking this video, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy dingy thing. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!